convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll make it third down.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
On third down, Pitts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. 10-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They run for the first time with Benny Snell, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Shields. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Shields. Flush to his right. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 18.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Pitts, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers, create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 2nd down now, Snell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now here's Snell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on 3rd down. Pitts. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Pitts. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's McCaffrey. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second
and 5 from the 8. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Steelers 6, Panthers 0.
Second and 5. Back to throw. Pitts. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
David Njoku. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Six yards left on second down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Pitts into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
At their own,
trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones. An even 90 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
Steelers 13, Panthers 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing,
To number 13.
that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
First down, Carolina.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Pitts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Panthers.
Off play action, Pitts. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pitts. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Pitts to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Shields. And incomplete on the deep ball. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Steelers 20. Panthers 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, Pitts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
Operating from the gun. Pitts, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Pitts. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
He's got Burton here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Pitts. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. And this one is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller. Very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run with Snell. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Off play action. Pitts gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On the play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Shields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
The kicker on.
That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
For the point after.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 27 all. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Starting the drive was Snell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Tackled back at
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On third down, Shields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20.
Get off the field.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Steelers 34. Panthers 27.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play. On
first down, Pitts. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Steelers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
There on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Pitts. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Shields. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
And
Now that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Shields. Going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Shields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. That's to McCaffrey, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pitts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
A gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to run again with Snell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Down back at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On first down, Snell, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
This is it. This is it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Snell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Snell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Snell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Snell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Down and 1.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Today's final.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to turn it around next week as